Easy guys, Yao G here. Here's hoping your day's been a good one so far, and welcome to the second part of our Zelda Breath of the Wild sort of, not playthrough, but the first look. I'm just going to maybe put a few videos together to the point where you get off this plateau, just to show you the introduction and a bit of it. So as you remember in the first episode, we sort of followed the voice in our head, which led to us to a mountain. We used the Sheikah Slate, and now there's some huge tower that was stood upon. And we've got a visual of the whole entire world here. Well, not world, but the plateau. And a pretty freaking good view. And I think, if I can remember rightly, there is a way to actually get the slate out and use it as... Nope, not that button. No! Oh, go on then. Equip it. Might be this button. Nope, certainly isn't. What freaking... I remember which button it is. Here we go. Nice. It's like a telescope thing here. Where's that castle? It does not look good. It really does not look good. There's something going on there. It's a good job he's not a sniper. He can't hold it very steady. But there we go. So we've got a telescope. I think the next thing to do... Well, I know what the next thing to do is. We need to be getting right over there to that sort of flaming thing. So I'm going to head down here. Try and be a bit careful. A pretty long way up. I gotta tell you, if you gotta climb to the top of these towers, it's gonna take a few freaking minutes to get up there. I figure every area's got one, and as you get to the top, you sort of unlock the map. Right, so this should be the old fellow here. Here we go. My, it would seem we have quite the enigma here. This tower and others just like it have just erupted across the land, one after another. It is almost as though a long dormant power has awoken quite suddenly. If you don't mind me asking, did anything occur while you were at the top of that tower? I heard a voice. Well now, a voice you're saying. Did you happen to recognise it? Not really. Well that is unfortunate. I'm sure we'll find out who it is at some point. So he's going on about the castle. Castle Calamity. Oh, that is Calamity Ganon. 100 years ago, the vile entity brought this kingdom of Hyrule to ruin. It appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, the very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle, has managed to contain the evil, but just barely. There it festers, building its strength for the moment it will unleash its blight upon the land once again. It would appear that that moment is fast approaching. It's all doom and gloom. Nice. Not your Mario type game, you know. So he's saying, do we intend to make our way to the castle? We do. Because, hey, we're the hero. I had a feeling you would say that. Here on the isolated plateau, we're surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs with no way down. And this is where it's sort of, this is your training tutorial kind of part. We basically can't get off this plateau until we go into 3 dungeons, as this geezer wants us to do, and then he's going to give us his paraglider. So I'll just skip through this. There's quite a little bit of bump, but essentially he wants us to clear out 3 dungeons, and then he'll give it us. I got to the point already last night where I've completed the 3 dungeons. Pretty funky, and it does sort of involve not just heading straight on in the dungeon. Obviously for the first time it does. Well, there's a couple I'm going to tell you now that are up in the mountains in the snow, and as you can see in the bottom right there, we've got sort of a Celsius little dial. We're in the middle at the minute. Once you start heading up into the mountains, it gets a bit frosty up there, and you can either, cooking comes into play quite a bit, I'll be honest. You can either start cooking dishes to keep yourself warm, or you can be trying to find clothes and whatnot. Personally, I think we're going to be trying to find clothes. There's a duvet mission that the old fellow's going to give us at some point. We'll try and grab that. Seems to work a little bit better than the cooking, which are good, but they only last a certain amount of time. It's nice to just have a woolly jumper and just be able to keep it on when you want. pretty eerie looking entrance to a shrine here. And a little bit ominous. And again, on with a Sheikah slate. This thing does everything. Bet it could even wake me up and make me a coffee in the morning. This is like a little, it'll show you in a minute, but this is like a little teleport, so you can actually teleport to points around the areas, which is nice. Some of the areas are pretty freaking big. Now this one particularly is pretty sizable, pretty impressive. Inside the temple then. To you who sets foot in the shrine, I am Oma'u. Whoever he is. Meet me at the end of the temple. Alrighty. So, a magnesis trial. But basically, every time we come in these little shrines at the start here, I'm sure it's not going to be the same at the end. I'm going to be putting a little Sheikah slate on there, and it gets adapted and gives you, for want of a better phrase, a superpower. This one in particular is pretty freaking cool. Still got the old Zelda music, like the little ding 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 ding. That's pretty cool. So here we go. We've got 6 that we can get in total. The first one's called Magnesis. And manipulate metallic objects using magnetism. So basically you can pick them up and move them around. And it's pretty freaking impressive how it does it, if I'm honest. So we'll have a quick go at it, because otherwise we're not going to get anywhere in this temple. And obviously, straight off the bat I figured we were going to be doing that, but it's not the gate, it's these things here. Let's just see if we can move it successfully. You can move them anywhere you want, it's pretty cool, and it works really well. Drop that one. Grab this one, chuck that out of the way, and boom, nice. And as you go through the game, there's some really funky ways of using it. I kid you not, it does get better. It's nice, it just opens a little secret area there, and we can move on to the next stage of the temple. This is much more fun than going around the village talking to people and trying to do silly little missions, gotta be honest. Right, so there's a metal block in the middle there, let's just grab that out of the way. Gotta be a little bit careful, because I do know there's somebody right behind that. Oh, he's gonna blast me! Got it! Epic! Nice! Down he goes. A pretty tasty kill. An ancient screw. I'm sure that'll be useful at some point. Goodness knows what for. There's a ton of stuff you pick up in this game. It really is. I'm entirely sure what half of it's for. A lot of it's for recipes, I must be honest. For the cooking. Right, so let me just place this in the right spot. Nice way to get over. Come on. Do it. Do it, Zelda. Link, even. Oh man, I can't open the doors. Are you kidding me? Oh, maybe I can just about squeeze through. Sweet. And that's it. That's the first temple. Pretty short, pretty sweet. But it served a purpose and taught us how to use the new ability. This is... Was it Oma'u? Dude's pretty old. I love that bit. It's pretty impressive. You have proven to possess the resolve of a true hero. I am Oma'u, the creator of this trial. I am humble monk blessed with the sight of goddess Hylia, and dedicated to helping those something other. Well, it doesn't last long enough. With it rather, my duty is now fulfilled. Certainly, sir. In the name of the goddess Hylia, allow me to bestow this gift upon you. So this fella just keeps giving you these orbs every time you come in a temple. You'll get a spirit orb if you can complete it. I haven't found out what you use them for as yet, to be perfectly honest. But being called a spirit orb, I'm sure it's going to be something pretty cool. And I hadn't realised that he was actually sucking him into his own chest there. Cool. May the goddess smile upon you. He's been sat there all that time waiting for us. Now we got here. He's dissolved into nothingness.
Oh!
Feels nice to get out in the fresh air. Tea. And the old dude with his paraglider again. Seems to manage to get your hands on a spirit orb. Well done. How do I know? He knows everything, this dude. He's the Wikipedia of the inner world of Breath of the Wild. So basically what he's going to tell us is to head back up to the top of that tower because he wants to show us something. He's telling us everything that's going on is connected to the Sheikah Slate. It's been quite some time since I've seen that Sheikah Slate. Long ago, a highly advanced tribe known as the Sheikah inhabited these lands. The great power of their wisdom saved the kingdom time and time again, but their ancient technology disappeared long ago, or so it is said. It is interesting, however, to think how something like that survived all this time, hidden away in a shrine with me. These shrines are tucked away in numerous places all across the land. On this plateau alone, I believe there are still 3 more. 3 more? Okay, so when I played it the first time, I found 2. I'm quite intrigued to know where the other one is. Bring me the treasure from each of those shrines and I'll give you the paraglider. Hey, that wasn't the deal. Oh, well, I suppose I changed my mind. I'm sure that won't be a problem for you, young go-getter like you. Since I'm feeling generous, I'll also teach you a trick to finding shrines. It's always best to survey the area by looking around from a high point, like top of the tower. How about you make your way back up to the top? Aye. Don't worry, I have another little trick to share with you. Well, this is where it gets a bit funky. Because now you haven't got a mess man running around the world too much. Take the Sheikah Slate out and we'll jump on our map. And we can actually... Oh. We can actually teleport. I'll go back in and do it. Once the fella makes his way. Let's have a little look, see if we can do this. Is that the tower? Yes, it is. We can also teleport back to the shrine where we resurrected. Let's jump on in and travel to the top of the tower. I like the graphics of it as well. Pretty funky. Got to be a little bit quicker than actually climbing up the tower. So I'm going to skip through this. Basically what the guy is going to tell us is to get our telescope thing out, have a little peruse around the area and see if we can spot the new temples and put a pinpoint mark on the map. He says there's 3. I found 2 before, so we'll take a little look, see how many we can find. I know, and I can see it already without the telescope. There's one right there. So we'll put a little marker down. Oh, I know what's wrong with this thing. I was wondering why it was shaking around so much. I'm playing this on the Wii U. I got the freaking control set to the pad, so I'm actually aiming, which actually is pretty cool. That's not bad, actually. It's just a little shaky when you don't know what you're doing. Right, so there's the first one, and I know, yep, there's one right up there. Oh man, I see the other one. Epic. I see all 3 now. Right, so let's pin them up. Got one up there, which we should be able to get to. Put a little pin over there. And I think the other one was... It's going to be awkward to find like this. No, there it is. We got it. So there we have it. There's our 3 more temples. I think he wants us to go to only 2 of them. I could be wrong. Could be all 3. Maybe I did find all 3. But I think... Since we've pinned our temples up and we're set to head out to them, this is probably going to be a good point to end this episode, guys. So for now, really hope you enjoyed watching this. A little bit more of the Zelda as Yao plays, as opposed to the million and one other people that have already played it. And thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy, and bye for now.